Thank you for joining me. My name's Trish. Today is a compilation of all of the visions, intuitive insights, dreams and readings that have been sent to me regarding Sebastian Rogers and what happened to him. So I'm putting all these together. They are in random order, pretty much the order of when I'm reading through my emails, and hopefully this put some kind of puzzle pieces together. I want to thank you for everyone who took the time to tap into Sebastian's energies or took the time to send their vision or their dreams to me so I can put this all together. So hopefully any of you sleuths out there, you can see how this relates and paints a picture. They are in no order. I've put my reading right at the end with the 3 questions that I put to everybody last week. And anybody that has their own platform or channel, if you can just put a comment down and I'll move that up into the description so that people can go directly to their channel, to your channel if they wish. But thank you. Hope you enjoy these readings. There's some really fascinating insights here, really interesting visions and dreams that people have had regarding Sebastian Rogers. Okay, I have a message here from Janet Groenwald. I don't know if don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I do apologise for that. He has been out searching for Sebastian and has a comment: Sebastian has been found. We could only hope. This is what we've all been praying for and putting our attentions out to the universe to have him found. This is what we want more than anything else, because this could lead to solving of this case. So he's hoping that this is correct information. Thank you for making a comment here. I want to stress here that in no way is this accusing anybody, making accusations. This is all alleged. This is card reading and intuition and people's dreams. So when I mention people, it's because people have dreamt of them. So here it's not anything that could be used in a court of law, so it's no accusations towards anybody. And I want to stress here it's just people's visions and dreams, and that's why I'm mentioning certain people today. So hope you enjoy this reading, and I'll see you at the end of the reading with my insights. I'm going to start reading out what everybody else is getting. This may take me 2 days to do this. Okay, so message from Pamela. Pamela believes he's located in Mansker Creek, near a railway bridge just down from John Paul II School in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Located near Rockland State Park. There's a metal railway bridge with white rocks on either side of the creek. This also runs down Goodlettsville, where I think there is a dump. What has prompted me to email you is I haven't been well and I've been sleeping a lot. This afternoon I slept for quite a while, then woke from a dream. In my dream, Sebastian and his mother had a bad disagreement. He had been given his meds but not gone to sleep, but drowsy. He was hungry and wanted something to eat. He kept interrupting his mother, talking to Chris on the phone. He told her to put him outside. She put him out the front porch because the password for the door had been changed. He could not get back in. He tried to go for help, but being drowsy, he stumbled and he was hit by a car. Because it was dark and he was in the dark clothes, he could not be seen. The driver was affected by either drugs or alcohol and did not want him to get in trouble, so put him in the car. This man lived in the neighbourhood not too far, and I get the name starting with S, which is what I just got as well. Sebastian had not passed away on impact, but passed later of his injuries, mainly head injuries, as he had weakness and fluid on his brain. The thud she heard was a half-truth. It was Sebastian being hit by a car, but by the time she got to the door, he was picked up and abducted from the scene. Her and Chris both went into panic mode and concocted the story he had been left, that he left on his own accord, as she had deliberately locked him out. This was a dream. This is a pretty vivid dream. As if Sebastian had been found and identified. The story was he was outside but left of his own accord. Sebastian passed away and the person responsible disposed of the body. Thank you, Pamela, for your input. It gives me goosebumps. I hope this helps in some way. Okay, we have Katura. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Keturah. Understanding, she has used the Investigation deck, Rider-Waite Tarot, Lightworkers Tarot, and Everyday Oracle Lenormand deck. Who is responsible for Sebastian's disappearance? First card of the spread. Missing, clarified by the King of Cups, stepdad. Employee, collaborator, more than one. Thief, stole Sebastian's life or body. Innocent, clarified by King of Coins, birth dad. Six of Coins, reunion, potential custody by birth dad. Sebastian and birth dad are both innocent of all that unfolded. DNA evidence, clarified by the Seven of Wands, defensive wounds. Hermit, kept in the dark, clarified by the Three of Coins, collaboration between mum and stepdad to keep what happened that night secret from law enforcement. High Priestess, clarified by the Ace of Wands, rekindled love and relationship, knowledge of motivation kept hidden to rekindle love relationship. Group involvement, clarified by the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, a lucky twist of fate that an additional someone was willing to help disappear Sebastian. Mental illness, clarified by the Eight of Swords, mum feeling trapped and powerless by her own life choices. Dark web or recorded, clarified by the Nine of Swords, which mum, stepdad are experiencing sleepless nights that images caught on security camera may prove to expose their actions. Crime of opportunity, clarified by the Lovers. Look out, mum and stepdad were looking long term at their future as a couple. The Lovers, clarified by the King of Cups, uncontrolled emotion, temperance, reckless and imbalance. Hierophant, clarified by the Devil, toxic, authoritative parenting. Empress, clarified by the Eight of Cups, a desire to walk away and leave behind responsibilities and commitments as a mother. Whereas Sebastian located, second spread. Drugged or poisoned, clarified by the King of Swords, an aggressive, authoritative act. Fight, conflict, argument, clarified by the Six of Cups, involving Sebastian. Magician, clarified by the Empress, Ten of Coins. The mother had all the resources she needed to disappear Sebastian, and she feels secure in her belief that his body will never be found. Something was seen, clarified by Wheel of Fortune. If this willing witness comes forward, their fate will change, as well as potentially revealing the location of Sebastian. Tunnel underground, clarified by the Four of Swords, Sebastian's final resting place. Distraction, clarified by the Five of Swords. They are ruthless to maintain their freedom at any cost. Wheel of Fortune, clarified by Justice, the wheel of life will turn and justice for Sebastian will be received. Accomplice, clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Star. The accomplice has the opportunity to step forward to relieve their mental anguish for a lesser sentence. And I have been getting that somebody wants to talk. Summary, these intuitive readings have led me to believe that the family have led responsible for, this is all alleged, it's all card reading, for the murder, and that there are 3 people involved in hiding the body. The DNA evidence, as well as witness to some aspect of this unfolding in time, justice will be served. After receiving guidance to the Cumberland River information, which has come up from a few people, the town and the location of Sebastian's body. Okay, so she was just seeking clarification. Keturah was seeking clarification between getting the tunnel underground against getting Cumberland River kind of energies and how they work together. So she pulled the three times. She pulled the Temperance card in 3 different decks, and intuited this card was telling her that the location is both and mixing together of seemingly opposing answers, which is what the Temperance is, coming together at a central point. In addition to the Cumberland River, there is a Cumberland Gap tunnel. Pulled out my Spirit of Wheel meditation deck to determine the direction from Cumberland Gap tunnel, and received the word south. through dice to determine the number of miles. That's a great idea. Of the tunnel, 3 throws consistently showed 17 to 22 miles. Tura, that was beautiful. Hopefully this fits the puzzle piece. Okay, hotel. Okay, I'm going to put a map here that's been Goodslettville. Again, somebody else is saying this. Old Stone Bridge. Okay, I'm going to put that map on the screen. This is from Diane, is providing the map that's on the screen. And other deck is still in the post. So she's using remote viewing, pendulum and tarot. She's been reading on this case since the 4th of the 4th, 24. The same info keeps coming up, so I will summarise the best I can. He wanted desperately to get out of the home. There was constant arguing and drama. Stepfather was overbearing, cruel monster. Mum was at a crossroads to stay and enjoy lifestyle or to do the right thing for her son. The mother and stepdad were both complicit in the disappearance. Again, this is all alleged. There's no facts here. This is just a personal opinion. This is just card reading. No one has mentioned this, but is it possible that Chris left his phone in the RV at his work location connected to Katie's phone? I keep getting something going on with the phones and around there as well. This could be what this is. Connected to the RV at his work location, connected to Katie's home, as if they were talking for 3 hours, because I was getting issues around that as well. Okay, let's see. In reality, they were both somewhere else. I don't think Kay could have moved Sebastian by herself. No, that would explain why the timeline issue card keeps coming up. The timeline is off, just a hunch. Sebastian was drugged and saw him in his room lying on his stomach in the dark with his arms dangling over the side of and the phone on the floor. I saw an image of him. That's what I had in the dream as well, something about a phone. Image of him being put in the back of a vehicle. He was semi-conscious but not dead and aware of something that was happening. This could explain the bite marks on CP's arm. Why was he wrapped or covered in a blanket? He was wrapped or covered in a blanket or tarp and driven out of the area in the night. The tunnel card keeps coming up and at or in water. Please notice card 41. He told me this was the road, so I looked it up. Ooh. Sure enough, there is a Route 41 with an RV park, hotel, motel card, and the image I keep seeing of an old stone bridge and train trestle in the area. I feel he is in a container of some sort and very possibly in Manska Creek in Goodslettville, which is only 7 miles from from family's home. Another person saying that area. Thank you, Diane. Hopefully this does sound like it's all coinciding and the pieces are coming together here. Thank you for your input. Okay, Anita's saying she's given me it in a few different messages. I'm probably reading backwards first, so the wrong way around, but she's saying that it's going to be sooner than we think. But it's going to be a bombshell. A lot of people are not expecting. Sebastian gone? Who's involved? Top cards were 2 questions asked. Second lot of cards were clarification. Okay, so this is from Diane again. Wanted to comment on the Sebastian Rogers reading. She's also been working on the case using tarot and remote viewing. She got a lot of the same hits that I did. So far, he keeps pointing to about 30 miles of the home in the direction opposite from Chris's work. He shows being drugged and carried to the back seat of a vehicle. He is taken to an abandoned job site where Chris did some work in the past. Chris knows that no one goes to this place. I feel this could be a place or abandoned well or something similar. I'm going to keep working on it. Thank you, Diane. Okay, Joyski has provided her spirit box session that she had with Sebastian Rogers. Hello, Sebastian says, hi Joy. high than a woman, but do, it's going to be okay. Joy asked, how many spirits are with me? 3, 7 and 1, Spirit said. Then a man's voice said, top of the mic or top of the night, and stay tuned. Joy asked, did Sebastian run away from home? Spirit voice said, why not? Watch me. Aliens hiding. Joy asked, does Sebastian have a message? Answered right away. 3 jumped 3. Dots, tragedy from a blowout. Call the cops. Tom, Willie, every year. Information, past, over here. Know that. Joy asked, where is Sebastian right now? Spirit said, past. Looking, sand. The word sand came in crystal clear and loud, then looking again. Then Spirit was given a conversation between 2 men. They said, look at the app or the map. Then about 25 seconds later, it said, negative, jagged edge, I don't like, outside. Joy asked, was Sebastian drugged? And it said right away and crystal clear, a word that she needed a bit of help with that sounded like burrito, kind of like porquito. Now she's come back and said that this could be a pork burrito, but it could also be keto, I thought. A pork or keto burrito. Coming in on the question, was he drugged? Joy asked, did Sebastian get hurt? And she swore it was Sebastian. He said, people are yelling, there's a reunion, mean, there's 30, was a derby. All of these words were said crystal clear. We asked, Spirit, do you have a message for Trish James? A woman then said, a man laughed and said, home, don't give up. Then over and over again, the angel chorus singing lightly, don't give up, notice. Then Joy asked, where is Sebastian now? Sebastian came through, I'm in heaven. Joy asked, how far away from his home is Sebastian? A bit, was the answer. Joy said 10 miles. Spirit started to say 30. The psychic purposely. Asked, is Sebastian in water? A woman's voice came through like a replay of an actual event. Woman saying, get up, shut up. Joy asked, was Sebastian dumped somewhere? Crystal clear, Spirit said, in warm something. Couldn't quite catch that third word. Also, words had a wreck. Sounded like Sebastian. And a voice said, 550, Virginia is it. Joy asked, was Sebastian in a truck? 550 or try 50. Joy asked, Sebastian, do you have a message for Trish James? It was a cute voice sounding like Sebastian. Grab a ball, have a ball. Then Spirit said, have a ball. Hey woman, keep your eyes on the ball. Thank you, Joyski, for that message. And over again, ball, being sung by the angels in a chorus, and a woman sang ball. So much for providing that information, Joyski. Okay, Helen has provided a vision that she had for Sebastian Rogers. Okay, so she went to bed and asked her guides to show what happened to Sebastian. So as soon as she asked, she had a vision, like a video clip. She saw him, his face was red and wet, and looked like he uncontrollable crying. He was sat down, what I thought was his bed, and sat on something soft. And then he said, love you, mama, as he knew what was coming. So the love you, mama was actually in a way saying, please no or stop. I then felt a huge bang on the side of my head, then another. It really shook me up. It all went black, and for me, then I opened back up, showing me something leather. And a hand holding this was large, didn't look feminine. Hands had to be... but he was talking to his mum as to what seemed like me like love you mama is what he was saying. Okay, first of all, with this, I feel there's so much that's gone on for years. It seems he was in the way, or he was a struggle for them, and only way he could handle his autism was with harsh or very strict order. And he wasn't listened to, struggled at school, wanted to fit in. It's so sad he had no voice to speak out. Are you okay? Child energy, stable condition, separate ways, abandoned young male card and water connection. How do you feel? Regret, blood issues. My head hurts, meaning mine, again down the side of her face. Where is your body? The letter A. Then my Alexa machine spoke and said, Home Valley Parish. And keep giving me the 27th of February. Who did this to you? Abandon, Empress, woman, female, birth-related and strong female protector. What is your body in? Water. And the moon card taken in the dark down a dirt path. My back and top I'm wearing felt wet. How did you get there? Chariot, vehicle. What's happened? Organised aggressive attack? Drink, drugged family? I picked up spiritually that there was told, controlled what to do next after the fact. So she picked up spiritually that someone was told what to do next after the fact. Why did this happen? Jealousy, money, innocent, torture from rage, a trade. First letter of who did this? M. That's what I got. I then asked 3 times and the letter K came out with a person of interest with a family connection. And I didn't even know her name. I have a son called Christopher, so I thought his name, the family member was spelt with a K in the same way, but it isn't, it's a C. So I had to stop what I was doing and Googled their name. So she realised the names K and C are significant. Also saw a vision on the picture I printed out of Sebastian. I noticed above Sebastian's picture it was wrote like an indentation in the paper, B-O-Y. In the middle of the paper, then on the left was a person which looked like an angel holding, head bowed, cupping his head in his hands. On the right was 2 figures, also which was really odd. I saw a bear while I was looking at a green orb, went right across the paper. So I'm going to ask now, where is the valley? After my Alexis has just said, card letter V is for valley. Okay, I'm going to ask you, where did this happen? House card, chariot, then moon card, covered up or came out at the same time. I sat back and said, I know you've tried now and you've done really well. Sebastian, did this happen in the house? Yes card, no other cards came out. I ask again, who did this? Married card, decision made. Are you okay? Sorry, I've had to ask 3 questions last shuffle. Anything you would like to say? It was my time. Passed suddenly. Protected home. Letters fell out from the connections deck as I was putting them away. G, P, U, X. They will need to be rearranged, or they could be the names of a town, the names of a person, like the letters could be individual letters. Thank you so much for providing this information, Helen. I really hope that this forms part of the missing puzzle piece for Sebastian Rogers. Katura for tapping into Sebastian's energy and providing for us your tarot insights. Now, Katura, I hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and my apologies if I'm not. Katura writes, as I sat at my tarot table meditating on the 3rd question, what town is Sebastian located in? I wondered what cards would be best to guide me to the answer. I pulled out my Star Codes Astro Oracle deck and received card 29, Ceres. Firstly, Ceres means nurture and relates to the safety or loss of a child, as well as the need to advocate for those who are weaker, vulnerable or dependent. This is intriguing in itself, and I then ran headlong into a rabbit hole. I was curious as to whether or not there were any cities in Tennessee called Ceres. There is not. However, there is a Ceres Marine Terminals company based in Nashville and Clarksville that provides services for all types of cargo, container, military, etc., and operating with ports, harbours and canals for water transportation. Pulling a portal card as a clarification for Ceres, Then it led me to search for a port in Tennessee. The port of Nashville is along the Cumberland River, which flows through Nashville and Clarksville, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Clarksville is 58 miles from Hendersonville, Tennessee. The intuitive hits and guidance I received leads me to believe that Sebastian was placed in a container and deposited in the Cumberland River from the city of Clarksville. I asked for a single tarot card to validate what I have received and pulled the Ace of Coins while hearing right on the money. Hopefully you are able to understand the significance communicated through this email. Yes, it's very clear. Thank you so much for doing this. And hopefully this forms part of the puzzle piece for Sebastian Rogers. Okay, from the comments of my last video, Robin is giving us a dream. Thank you so much for providing this for us. In the dream, my ex-wife and I were traveling with a young man who was supposed to be our son. In the dream, I was sitting in the front seat with a father figure and I was the son. We were driving together and I arrive at what seems to be an abandoned farm property. In the dream, I am watching the young man who feels like my son jumps out of a small car and walks to a queen-size mattress that is on the dirt bed beside the old house, then lays down to sleep. The woman who was supposed to be my wife, but his mother, lays down beside him on the mattress, is very tired, and it gets darker like night is coming, then sleeps. Then the car, seemed like a small car, is pushed and slides over the top of him like he's underground. Sorry to sound weird, but could he be hidden underground with a car parked on him like an old wrecking yard on a farm with an old car in the front yard? The car would be seen 34 to 40 meters from a wire fence and a lone tree. I am very protective of my son and have this dream distress me. I'm so sorry that you went through this, but I'm grateful that you're sharing this with the world. Another user, there's just a number, there's no name here in the comments, strongly keeps seeing Sebastian buried in the earth by a tree. Keeps coming to this person over and over again. He is also near his home buried, and I hope that helps, they say. Thank you so much for your comment. Jessie says, Sebastian is wedged between a tree and a large rock. The rock is beside a large body of water. The tree, Sebastian, rock and water. Head injury, broken glasses. Thank you for providing this comment. Claire has provided a dream that she had on Sebastian Rogers. He came to me and had Bye 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 in sync playing in the dream. I woke up that morning and pulled my cards and got Crime and Conspiracy deck, and the card is the child, and it had a bleed through the card, and it had a child at top and Bye at the bottom. I kept feeling his disappearance is something to do with the past and something to do with work, so that's what I've gotten. Thank you so much for providing that comment, Claire, and that reading and dream. Okay, Sheila has done some numerology or work with numbers, and she's got that the tarot card that she pulled converted to letters, ace reversed upright, is 1, 2, 12, 5, 4, 15, 4, 15, then 3, 11. Converts to BLEDODDCK. Couldn't make sense of that, so added the 15 and the 4, so I've done a bit of work here, and there is a town or area, Bledsoe and County CK. Is that Clarksville? Or I'm not sure where that is, but thank you for doing those sums and working out for that information. I hope that provides part of the puzzle. Changes Forever has commented, picking up on yellow tape around the area, got something with the ankle, and east is important somehow. Don't know how far east, could even be an important person east. I picked up on the word acid a few times. Spirit has a hard time saying certain things, but I totally understand why. So that's some of what I gathered. Thank you so much for providing that comment and information. West Wind Woman writes that another reader has brought up a location. There's a tower less than 2 miles from their home. A dirt road leads up to it. The dirt road forks off in another direction as well. It's a wooded area with water elements around. It's across the road from Routh Hollow Road. I have not confirmed the name of that road, but that's what it sounded like. There's a business near the tower called Reflections. Can you please explore this? From the beginning of the case, all readers have gotten the mother, stepdad, and possibly another female. That has never changed. I feel other options can be discarded on focus more on where he is. That's how I feel as well. Most readers have always gotten that he is buried near water, but not in. However, it could be a waterway, level rises, it could dislodge him. I feel the 3-hour phone call was a CP directing KP on what to do about the situation and where to take him, but the injuries on CP's arms makes me question the direct involvement. And everyone's readings have never wavered from this involvement, but the dirt road surely adds to the location of the tower area. Thank you so much for providing this information. Okay, Joyful has provided a dream that she's had on Sebastian Rogers. Okay, she was in the water and Jesus came through. You came right past me closely, and there was a fish swimming in the water towards the door. It was a big, huge, orange-white fish. I mean, it was a fat fish. It was big. There was a door, but there was water, and it bubbled a little on the bottom. And the fish was going towards the door. There was 2 white pillars, tall walls on the side of the door, and Jesus came right next to her and walked past smoothly. Jesus went down with his hands and grabbed the fish, and he was turning towards me, and then she woke up. Thank you so much for providing this, Joyful Dolphin. Joyful Dolphin also has several comments in the comments on other little insights. She saw him being put into a dark green car, which I addressed in the last reading. So thank you so very much for your attention to this case, Joyful Dolphin. Hope this provides a missing puzzle piece to the Sebastian Rogers case. Okay, I have a message here from Janet Groenwald. I don't know if don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I do apologise for that. He has been out searching for Sebastian and has a comment. Sebastian has been found. We could only hope. This is what we've all been praying for and putting our attentions out to the universe to have him found. This is what we might more than anything else, because this could lead to solving of this case. So he's hoping that this is correct information. Thank you for making a comment here. On quite a lot of readings, and what I'm getting around head injury, something to do with fighting, very harsh rules, harsh laws, tried to stand up to the stepfather, and that didn't go very well. So also something involved him being drugged in the room, and then moved or transported, carried and transported. Lots of darkness. So whether he was put somewhere dark or it was done in the dark of night, could be a dark car that he was moved into. Okay, so I'm just providing some information that I received on the questions that I asked, that I put to everybody last week. Now, I've done plenty of readings on Sebastian, so I'm not going to go over them, but I am going to go over my dream just briefly. My dream was that just before I started reading on Sebastian, that I was almost like flying, or I was watching somebody in a car traveling along a road, and the feeling of the person driving the car was we're either worried about being tracked, or we had to get far away enough that people wouldn't think to look here, or where we're not being tracked, where they wouldn't think we would be. And they seemed to drive for a little while. They were looking for a place to dispose a body, is what the dream was that came through. They were also conscious about trying to find somewhere that would mask a smell, so perhaps like a dumping ground or a tip that could mask the smell of what they were dumping. So in the dream, they were really conscious of being tracked and trying to get away, and being kind of deceitful in trying to trick people in that, putting the body somewhere where you wouldn't think it would be. Now, also what they showed me in the dream was a tall tree and a RV or a camper. So I don't know if that's related to the RV that belongs to Chris, or if that is related to a campground. So I'm not sure. Now, in one of my questions that I got was, when I asked his location, I got 48, and then 4 and 8 came out, and then the letters STA. And I thought, when I rearranged them, I wonder, when I'd given it some thought after I'd done the reading, I wonder if that means state route 48. So I done a little bit of deep diving for like 2 hours, going through Google Earth and maps and trying to work things out. And some of the readings that I'd done on Sebastian, they had said he was in a wrong direction, so somewhere where you wouldn't think he would be, so in a direction different to where you would think. So I looked at the direction between Hendersonville to Memphis being the direction you would think, and from there, exiting off that Highway 40, Route 40, which is Tennessee to Memphis, is State Route 48. So I had a look at that one, and there on that road there is an oak tree road, and I believe there's also a maple tree road there that has like a dump ground on there, perhaps. I mean, I deep dove on this for 2 hours, but I do remember seeing the oak tree road, and I found that fascinating because in my dream he was cluing me into tree. Tree was significant, and I think an oak tree is a pretty tall tree because it was a tall tree in the dream that they were giving me. So, and then that runs off this Highway 48, which runs off the Tennessee to Memphis main road, but in a direction you wouldn't think. So that's kind of what I thought on the dumping ground there. Now, when I asked about who was involved, I got the letter M. And I thought that's unusual because I don't really know any M's involved, but I done some deep diving on the family, and I managed to find through a Reddit post that one of the relatives, the sister's name starts with M. So I'm not accusing her. I'm not saying she's involved. Perhaps she knows something and she wants to speak, because it's saying somebody wants to speak. So perhaps that's her. Perhaps she knows something. Perhaps she has some involvement with something. I don't know. But I got a letter M and I got a letter L, which I haven't managed to find what the L means, apart from the usual suspects that come out in all of the readings that I do. So mother figure, father figure, family come out in every reading I do on Sebastian. So that was just I want to thank everybody that took time out to tap into Sebastian's energy, and hopefully this puts something give some kind of clarity on where he is. Hats on here, and have a look how you can see comparisons or similarities between people's readings. Okay, I'm just pulling cards as we go. That's going to just allow me to tap in. Now, I'm probably going to have to compile these over 2 days because I know there's some that are not quite through yet, some of the readings. Okay, so with mine, I've done plenty of readings on Sebastian Rogers, and the energy that I feel around Sebastian energy is that there's a fight. There was some kind of fight, and it was some kind of issues around power struggles is what I'm getting. So fights regarding maybe Sebastian not liking the rules or not liking, the dominant energy that was in the house. I do get the home a lot when I read for him, and I get in his bedroom because it's in the room. In the room is what I'm getting. So something I feel did play out there. I also get from the medium cards, I always get head, maybe head injury or hit his head, but I also get pretty much every reading is the drugged card comes out and carried. So I don't know, and I had to get away. He says it all the time, I had to get away. So really what I'm doing right now is I'm just tapping into Sebastian's energies while I'm talking about him, just so I can ask my 3 questions, and then I'm going to put everybody else's questions. So this will probably be a really, really long video. His energy when he first came through was quite emotional. He was very emotional. He pulls cards all the time related to family. I get the mother figure quite often with him, and I get the father figure quite often with him as well. Just like this one, this is authority. And that's what I'm saying, fight, this is aggressive attack, fight around authority figure or somebody laying down the laws or, being quite strict or harsh in punishments or laying down the law a certain way. And I feel like Sebastian maybe tried to stand up to that. This says crime of passion, which comes up quite often, and that can also, passion is rage as well. So rage or anger is also, I feel, what this is about. So there was a level, and this card wants to come out for the second time, undercover. So undercover, and it's one of the questions for today will be, where is he? He's underneath something or undercover of something. Now I want to come back here. Okay, and time running out. Me in the dream was RV or camper. So and a big tree, like a large tree. So I've noticed some of you sending through something about a tree or wood or trees, but that was my dream as well. They showed me a tall tree or something related to a tree, and a camper or an RV were very prominent. And this is long before I started reading on Sebastian, so I didn't know anything about it, but that's what they were showing me. So driven far enough away that in a direction where you wouldn't expect to find him, or when it was like what they were showing me, people in the car were thinking, whether it was a person on their own, but they were showing me the mindset of the person driving the car to be like they knew that it would be tracked, or trying to avoid being tracked, and getting to a place where almost trying to trick people, like going in that direction, or they thought, well, you're not going to track me here, or you're not going to be able to track me into this position, you won't know I've gone this direction. That was kind of the energies that was going on in that dream, in the mindset of that person. So that's my thoughts on where it was. This is showing undercover, time running out. So, and that's why I wanted to give this one big push with everybody's energy. Now I've been putting it out to the universe for the spirit teams to help get resolution here, to help find or locate Sebastian and get justice, because I worry about time running out, and that's where my head is right now. I feel like we're coming into a place where time is running out, and I remember when Nicola told me that too, it would come to a time where time would run out, and it did, and in that case we never got justice. So I feel like the big push, energy and effort from everybody here to try and make something happen with the universe. It may not even be something that we do here today, it might just be our energy out there, so it plays out in the universe that we get justice, or that Sebastian is located. So let's get into, I'm going to have a look at my reading now. I'm reading with my medium cards. These are ones with the little numbers on them, and I'm going to pull until I get a letter, and this is going to show me, first of all, a letter of who was involved. This is going to show me a letter for where is Sebastian located, town where he is located. Okay, 8-4. $48. So I got a 4 and an 8, or an 8 and a 4, and then the letter 48. Okay, I'll show you that close if I can. 48. 4. 8. Now this is showing where he is on a... That's an RV. In my dream, it was something to do with an RV. It could be a camper, could be near a campground or a park of some sort, because it's just weird that that's what they showed me in a dream, was a camper or an RV, and they're showing me camper RV again here. That says number 23. It's an A. Here we've got a letter A. Letter A. So an S and an A. Camper. T. Okay, so I said, and the cards are not coming out because I actually just said three cards for each question, and I said pull until you get letters, and this is what I've done. I've pulled until I've got letters, and I've got three letters: SAT, that's AST or TAS, but the letter T, the letter A, the letter S is what they're showing me significant and important. But I feel also important is something related to an RV or a campground, something related to that. But also, interestingly, either 48, 408 could be coordinates, could be highway. I don't know what your highway numbers are over there, but it's showing me 48 twice. 8 and 4 and 48, or 4 and 8, and then number 48. So it must mean something if it's come out twice. So that's my answer there for location. Okay, this is the number 2 that fell out on the ground. Initial of somebody involved. Okay. Initial of who was involved. Okay, so what I've got here that's come out again is 48. It's come out again significant. Letter S, again, coming out again when I've asked. Home, changes around the home. The letter M, but it also says unexpected, but the letter M. The letter P, but also talks about the spouse or the married, but actually if you can see it there, it says spouse. And then I've just got here, please be strong, it was my time. The other two cards that have just fallen out there, no letters on those ones. They just fell out with the P card or the spouse card, and it says it was my time. But the cards there that I've got are 2, could be like 2 people, and I've got the number again, 48 come out again for the third time. The S card for the stallion energy, I am free, it says. Then we've got relocation or changes, so relocated from the home or from where it happened, it was relocated. Spouse or letter P and letter M.